showtime.
Hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan.T here, and I'm gonna review two movies in one. That's right, this is gonna be a double feature movie review. And also, you're gonna have to excuse my sweating because it is really fucking hot in this back room, and I live in Texas, and it's like 1,000 degrees outside. Alright, the two movies we are reviewing are Upgrade and Action Point. Alright, first we're gonna get into Action Point. Action Point, you know what I mean? Let me open a beer for this one. Action Point. Hold on, just give me a second.
Beer.
Action Point is a type of movie that you can tell how good it is by the movie trailer. I watched the movie trailer for this film and I already knew it wasn't going to be a good movie, but I didn't know to what degree of bad movie it was going to be. So I sat down in the movie theater earlier today and I watched it at about 10:40 a.m. Maybe a little too early to watch a movie like that, I don't know. So I sat there, I was watching it, and it wasn't funny. I didn't find myself laughing. I didn't find myself...
Are you saying you don't have feelings?
But I also didn't find myself not enjoying what I was watching. But it was just... the movie basically is a bunch of real stunts strung together by a paper-thin plot. And that's all this movie is. That's all Action Point is. It's really just a raunchy comedic film without really the raunch. I mean, it kind of just is really run of the mill. I mean, I know I say that a lot about a lot of other films, but this film is really run of the mill. It's very basic. It's very hits all the certain points. There's a problem. There's a climax. There's a moment where Johnny Knoxville has to be emotional with a certain character, and it's just. You know, you can predict it. It's predictable. It's a predictable movie, and it's not the fun kind of predictable. It's the kind of movie you pick up at a 99-cent bin rack. But that's not to say that I wasn't rooting for this movie. Like, I wanted this movie to be good. Like, I was watching this movie, and I was still hoping and praying that there was going to be something good about this movie, but it never happened. Johnny Knoxville never came through. This movie never got to that point of funniness or grossness that it wanted to be, and it just wasn't good. It just wasn't a good movie, but it wasn't the worst thing that I've ever seen. It was just something that I wouldn't see again. I wouldn't see it twice. It was very, again, like I said, run of the numbers. It was run of the mill. It was very basic. And the next movie that I'm going to review, these are going to be quick reviews. I just put them together because there's a lot of movies coming out this month, so I just decided that I would put two reviews in one, so I don't know how I'm going to work that out, how I'm going to edit it, but I'm going to do it. So there, that's just, you know, information for you guys. The next movie I'm reviewing is Upgrade! And I have to say, this movie, I kind of, again, it's another one of those movies, by just watching the trailer, you can kind of understand what kind of movie it's going to be, and I already kind of was in for the whole, like, this is going to be a man versus machine, this is probably going to be a creator versus creation type of thing, and it was that. This movie was that. And that's not to say that it wasn't stylish, and it wasn't cool. It was a cool movie, but it was very predictable in its unpredictability. Like, the plot of the movie was very basic. It was basically RoboCop. It was basically the 1980s RoboCop film, but made for today's audiences. Again, the main character, who is this guy, who is not Tom Hardy, even though he looks like Tom Hardy, is essentially RoboCop in this movie. He's going around being a detective, and he's trying to solve the murder of his dead wife, or his wife that got murdered in front of him, and he became a paraplegic by some other means and stuff like that. And so the essential plot of the movie is guy becomes paralyzed guy sees wife die, paralyzed guy gets transplanted in his spine, so he's not paralyzed anymore, and he becomes like a RoboCop. And so that's just the movie. Like, it just goes full circle, you know. It kind of it sort of has a little bit of a message, like we shouldn't be so connected to technology, but then again, the message gets muddled by it just wanting to be an action film and not kind of like go back to that message, so to speak. It kind of is like, we have this message here, but we're going to focus on this instead of the message. And I mean, the film does suffer for it, but then again, the film, it is an action movie, and it is trying to be an action movie, but it is also trying to be like kind of like something else, like a thinker piece. And I understand what Blumhouse was trying to do here, but again, it was very predictable in its unpredictability. Like, I kind of figured what was going to happen before it happened. And I don't like that in a movie. I don't like to predict what's going to happen because I'm not that good of a movie reviewer. And I shouldn't be able to predict what's going to happen before it happens. And the drunk guy sitting behind me shouldn't be able to predict what's going to happen before it happens.
Hey, I already seen this movie. Let's talk about other movies we've seen.
That's an excellent idea.
So in summary of both these films, I'm going to say Upgrade is a worth it watch. Go ahead and watch Upgrade. It's good. It's going to be a good movie. It's a good movie. It's an interesting movie. And the way that it ends, it opens itself up for another movie. So I'm interested to see where these movies go, where Upgrade goes. As for Action Point, I mean, just wait for it to come onto Netflix or to come onto Redbox or for you to pirate off for free, because this movie, it isn't worth it. It's not worth it. This movie is... It's not worth your money. It's not really worth your time. But if you want to see it, if you're a Johnny Knoxville fan, if you're a Jackass fan, I suggest you go and watch it, I guess. But as is, I don't suggest you go and watch Action Point. It's a very boring movie. That's all I have for right now, guys. And make sure you stay tuned to the Ryan.T show. And make sure you thumbs up this video. And you fucking like, subscribe, hit that bell so you can get my other videos, my other notifications. And I thank you guys for watching what I do. Thank you. Peace out.